we have made it. Yes. We are happy to launch our Sports Newsroom, which started with around 19 participants who today will receive a certificate, and that will be able to produce sports coverage and current affairs about sports in general.
In 2023, when the World Cup was here in Australia, I gathered broadcasters here for 4EB, and we did a little experiment, a proof of concept to do a sports broadcast. So because here in 4EB, I know we have some sports enthusiasts, and there is someone here who is a retired FIFA referee. So we brought them together, and we delivered our FIFA broadcast coverage from a multicultural angle. So we had a Filipino, we had Italian, we had Uruguay, someone from Uruguay, and then Indian, and someone from our Indian language group. And because we are talking about the World Cup, it worked. And we have archives of music here, multicultural music. So we already have the capital, the cultural capital, to deliver sports news from a multicultural angle. And a couple of years later, we submitted a grant to Community Broadcasting Foundation, and here we are now. We just received our certificate, so we're the first cohort for sports broadcasting here at 4EB.
They had Amanda Shalala, the deputy editor from ABC, who came up from Sydney. We were in the actual ABC studios at South Bank, and just to be immersed in that professionalism, the way she broke it down nicely for us. This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to learn it. This is the journey we're going on. And then to see that play out over the 4 weeks was just, and the content that we ended up with was just fantastic.
She was great to come up and give us her knowledge and a lot of information and links to the appropriate areas, basically. And in regards to on-field experience, actually got to go to an event and put our theory into practice, which I've had the opportunity to do since the training as well, and being involved with one of the major sporting organisations, Brisbane Broncos up here in Brisbane, who've been very kind to allow me to come to their press conferences, basically, so wheels are turning.
I just want representation out there as well, because one, I'm a woman, second, I'm multicultural, and I think that is something that needs to be out there, and there should be more of us out there, because there's a lot of women in sports right now that needs to, be hailed and all that. But in saying that, sports for me is like music. It's universal, and everyone should be out there, and I'm so looking forward to start my journey now so that I will be my best, my prime, when the 2032 Olympics would come.
The Sports Newsroom is a group of volunteers from the radio station. At the moment, we have 19 participants who did the training and are able to produce news content in different versions. It could be voices, it could be like writing news bulletins, it could be writing a current affairs story as well. So all of that, we will all participate and doing a 30-minute radio program on FM on Fridays at 9 a.m. And then we will just start continuing doing the coverage of different sports throughout the year. And they will be able to give content, they will be able to produce high-quality sports, and also those skills that they will gain at the Sports Newsroom, they can be transferable in their own language. So we have a group of Samoan people. The Filipino group is a big one. We have Latin America. We have the Slovak group as well. We have the PNG group as well. So all of this content can be translated into different languages and be more connected to the community. So that's the main point as well.
Welcome to Sports Vibe on Radio 4EB, where the world of sport meets the world's cultures. Here at Sports Vibe, we celebrate the diversity of voices, traditions and perspectives that make sport more than just a game. Stay tuned, join the conversation and feel the vibe. Only on 4EB, the station that speaks your language.
Good day, everyone. You just tuned into Sports Vibe, a brand new sports news program right here on Radio 4EB at 98.1 FM. This is where sports meets the community. I'm Oleg Parenta, driving the panel today and telling stories.
And driving it magnificently, Oleg. I'm Alistair McNee, ready to bring you the latest headlines in the AFL, hot takes, and behind the scenes. And at the end of the episode, I will have converted my co-hosts to rabid footy fans.
I am so looking forward to that. And I'm Camille Punzel-Ewan, thrilled to be here with its two legends, of course, keeping you company as we dive into action, the passion, and the stories that make sports so much more than just scores on a board.
That's right. Here at Radio 4EB Sports Vibe, we are broadcasting from a multicultural angle. We occupy spaces where local voices get heard, from rising athletes and grassroots clubs to the fans who live and breathe every match.
Exactly, Oleg. It's about connection. We're not just covering the big leagues or our neighbours at the Gabba. We are championing the local legends too. If you've got a story, a team, or even a junior player worth cheering for, this is the place to shout them out.
Indeed. Coming up, we've got plenty to keep you on your toes. Sports news around Queensland, a spotlight on a junior golf player making waves, and a lot of AFL schooling from Alistair right here.
And we do need to go to school. Plus, I'll have some interviews with lovely people from Wollongabba Stadium from a couple of weeks ago, and a nice little trivia surprise for you at the end of the program.
So settle in, join the conversation, tell your community about Sports Vibe Radio 4EB, sharing the world with you.
All right, let's get the ball rolling. Here's Mar Noor for the Sports Bulletin.
Hi, I'm Shirley Neild, one of the volunteer captains in Queensland for the AFC Women's Asian Cup Australia 2026, and we'd love for you to join us. Volunteer roles are now open, so come, be part of this exciting event.
Good morning, Queensland. Here are the highlights of the biggest stories involving Queensland athletes and events across the globe and here at home. The countdown to the AFC Women's Asian Cup Australia 2026 reached a milestone by celebrating its 50th anniversary with the announcement of single-match ticket sales, which open on September 5. The competition will be staged across 3 host cities, Perth, Gold Coast, and Sydney. Volunteer roles are open www.womensasiancup2026.com.au/volunteer. Let's play ball. Australia's U18, also known as Under 18 team, finished with a late game rally at the World Cup with a 12-3 win over Italy. Meanwhile, 21 Australian women, including Queensland talents, are heading to Japan for exhibition games against top-tier international clubs. To the cricket pitch now, Phoebe Litchfield, with the strong Queensland ties, led Australia to a convincing victory over India, scoring 88 runs in the first 50-over match of a series of one-day internationals between Australia and India, a promising sign ahead of a long summer for Aussie cricket. In the world of motorsports, one of the top 3 tracks in Australia is in Queensland, the town of Burnaby in Gladstone, 6 hours north of Brisbane. Thanks to Queensland Sport and Recreation funding, the days of Event Portaloos are behind them. Permanent, accessible toilets are finally in place. Turns out, if you build proper loos, the crowds really do come. That's all for your Queensland Sports Bulletin on 4EB Sports Newsroom.
Hi, I'm Chelsea. And I'm Eliza. And we play indoor cricket for Wynnum, Queensland, South Australia. We can't wait to hear the sports stories from our community in the Sports Newsroom program at Radio 4EB. Look forward to seeing you in the stands.
For us to be able to go out, spread the community broadcasting and to be able to get out and do that, I think the sky's the limit and we've got the format to be able to do it.
Well, I'm fairly new to the community broadcasting sector and I'm hugely impressed by how impressive it all is, basically. And there's great opportunity for expanding and doing a lot more networking. Working alongside the commercial stations even basically. I think as a community radio station, we can certainly do a lot more on the ground for a lot of different sports and a lot of different ethnic groups.
It's almost like a civic movement, to bring people together, and it's multicultural. We're promoting Queensland as a multicultural community, and this is it, under the Story Bridge, 4EB Sports Room.
If you're passionate about sports, please definitely join the 4EB Radio Sports Broadcasting, even if it's just a little thing in your heart right now. But if there's a tiny thing that's calling you to do this, please do so. It's a very inclusive community. As I said earlier, I'm a woman, I'm multicultural, and you are going to be a great part of this. So please join us.